It's January. It's the beginning of a new year, and there is like something in the air that just feels refreshing about 2022. This is the year for clear skin. This is the year for international trips, the year for luxury, the year for healthy bank accounts. This is that year, okay? And I am claiming it. Hey Hustle Babes, I'm Chanel the Brand Hustler, and this is a channel for all my hustle babes who are interested in gaining insight on the entrepreneur journey while learning essential marketing and business tips for their brand. If that sounds like you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and join the Hustle Babe community. Today's video is one that I've been thinking about doing. I thought about doing this last year and I didn't do it. And so this year I actually want to do it because y'all, the results from my vision board were almost 100% spot on. And I am not lying at all. When I tell y'all it is incredible because like I ended the year thinking that I didn't do enough. But when I looked at my vision board and saw how many things actually happened from my vision board, I was like, whoa, okay? So I want to share that with y'all today. I'm going to be super transparent, giving you guys kind of like a little dose of my life and my mind and how I think. But in addition to that, I'm also going to be sharing some tips for you to create your own vision board, because we all know it's January. It's the beginning of a new year, and there is like something in the air that just feels refreshing about 2022. I don't know if it's just me, or if you feel it too. If you feel it too, definitely drop a comment down below letting me know that I'm not out here with this refreshing feeling by myself. But there's something in the air this year, and I could feel it. It feels good. It feels like this is the year, okay? This is the year for clear skin. This is the year for international trips, the year for luxury, the year for healthy bank accounts. This is that year, okay? And I am claiming it. So go ahead and claim it too if you believe that 2022 is your year. The first thing I want to touch on though, before I actually share my vision board that I created last year, is I want to just explain why I make a vision board in the first place, why you should make a vision board, and what a vision board can actually help you to do. So if you've been subscribed to this channel for a while, you would have known that last January, I actually threw a virtual vision board party via YouTube Live. It was amazing. We set goals together, we talked about mindset, and we actually put in the work and created our vision board together on live. It was lit, right? So if you attended that vision board party or watched the replay of it, you already know the reason for creating vision boards. But for my new hustle babes who don't know, or who may be questioning, why should you create a vision board in the first place? It's really simple, right? If you ever heard the saying, make the vision plain, that is what we're doing when we create a vision board. I am a huge believer in not only thinking about whatever it is you want to achieve, but writing it out, saying it, and then making a visual for it and praying about it, okay? So for every big picture goal that I want to achieve, I make sure that I do all of the things. I make sure that I say it. So I either talk about it to my fiance or a friend, or I just talk about it out loud. Like, because I have a lot of meetings with myself, y'all. If I'm being completely honest, I do a lot of meetings where it's me, myself, and God. And I talk about things that I'm going through or things that I want to achieve. And so I always say whatever the goal is. Not only that, but I make sure that I create a visual for it and that I pray about it. So making a vision board is actually a way that I create a visual for my big picture goals for the overall year. And the reason why I continue to do vision boards is because year after year, they've proven to work for me. I am a huge visual person, and it's just something about putting that energy into the air and remembering what you set out to do at the top of the year. Like at times when you're feeling down, that just, it kind of grabs you back together and kind of like, you know, says like, girl, you need to get on it because this is what you said you was going to do this year. So you need to get it together. It's something about it, right? And so when I make my vision boards, I actually have like my old vision board back here. That one is from 2020. But when I make these vision boards, I make sure that I put them in a place that I cannot ignore. When we were in our apartment, I literally put my vision board. It was like you walked in through the door, and if I have a video, I'll put it on the video. But you walked in through the front door, and the kitchen was immediately to your left, but straight ahead, there was like a little office nook. And that office nook, there was a wall before you actually hit the office nook. So I put my vision board on that wall. So that way, when I walked in, the first thing I saw, if I wasn't hungry, was the actual vision board, because it was like straight ahead for me. And for the vision boards I made while I was in this actual house, in this office space, was I sit at my desk, which is right here. And across from me is a window. Right next to the window, there is like the perfect slot. And I'm going to show y'all the perfect slot that fit my vision board, because I make them on this huge like frame thing. It's the perfect slot to fit that. And so that is where I hang my vision boards in this office. So every time I walk in, I see it. But not only that, when I'm sitting here at my desk and I look up, I see it. If I'm trying to look out the window out of frustration, I see my vision board. So that's just a little bit about why I create a vision board and why you should too. And like I said, it has proven to work for me time and time again. Now, I want to say this though, right? Just because you make the vision, you write the vision out, you talk about the vision and you pray about it, it doesn't mean that it's going to come true for you if you don't put in the work. So it's all about meeting your vision with that same energy, right? Giving your vision the chance to actually come to fruition out of you putting forth the energy toward it. If you just say you want to attain certain goals, if you just say you want to do something and you never actually put in the work to research it, put in the work to actually put it into activation, put in any work at all, you cannot expect something to just fall in your lap. Okay? Now let's get into the results of my vision board, because when I tell y'all, it's shocking. It is shocking. And I low-key wanted to do the results of my 2020 vision board and my 2021 vision board, but I don't want to be here all day and I don't want to like just talk y'all ears off. So I'm just going to do 2021, right? So this is my 2021 vision board. As you can see, it's very beautiful. I don't do the newspaper stuff, okay? And if you want to like see what I do instead of newspapers, I'll definitely put the link to last year's vision boards party, as well as the when I did my vision board the year before, where I showed you how to make your own vision board. I'll put the link to both of those videos on the screen. However, my vision board was bomb, y'all, okay? So I always pick a word for the year, and my word for last year was elevate. And if you know, you know, okay? Your girl elevated. When I tell y'all, one, because y'all love to hear revenue, my revenue grew by 400% in 2021, okay? Insane. Speak about elevation. But I also was able to elevate in a lot of different ways. Not only that, y'all, but I created a program last year for people who are in like their second, third, fourth year of business who want to scale. And the name of it was called Rebrand to Elevate. When I tell y'all I created that name, I wasn't even in my office, okay? So I didn't even remember that my word for the year was elevate, and I created that name, Rebrand to Elevate, and it dawned on me in December. I was like, whoa, that is insane, okay? So not only did I set out to elevate in 2021, but I named a program, Rebrand to Elevate, to help other women elevate, and men elevate their lives and their businesses, which is amazing. So I split up my vision board into personal, financial, and business visions. And so personally, I'm gonna just breeze over that real quick. Personally, I wanted to get in shape a little bit more. I also wanted to go heavy on the wedding planning, go heavy on my self-care, and also just be planning the wedding of my dreams, right? And so out of this, I want to highlight like the main thing, okay, the talk of the town, let me start. The main thing is the wedding. When I tell y'all that there has been so much that has happened along the way, but I feel like everything that's happened is making things fall into place the way it should be. From the venue, for example. So I have a particular picture on here, right? A very particular picture, and I'll show y'all. right here of what I wanted my ceremony to look like. And the first venue we ended up running into some issues because there were a little, okay. So we ended up running into a few issues with them. We actually switched to another venue, and that venue, the look is there, okay? My theme is old money, and we have a ceremony that's like a luxury garden that you would see at like a mansion type of style. And this venue is giving us that look. So I'm super excited for that. That is one of the things that literally I didn't know what venue would give me this look. I hadn't done research before making this board. I was just like, look, this is the look I want, and that's it, okay? So I'm super excited for that. And then as far as self-care, I did take myself more seriously last year. I still want to improve more on the self-care aspect this year, but one of the things that I did, well, two of the things I did last year is I continuously got my nails done. And y'all noticed that because when it was time for y'all to send me packages, I got so many press-on nails, okay, in my closet right now that I actually need to figure out like when I'm gonna wear those, because I got so many press-on nails because your girl kept her nails did. And for those that was like, oh, how do you like write with those things? How do you do things with those things? How do you, wipe your butt and all that stuff? Like, the nails aren't that long, and once you get used to them, you get used to them, okay? The same way you operate with your fingers is the same way I operate with mine. However, kept my nails did, and I was actually very, very on top of making sure my hair was done. Even when I couldn't get a stylist to do it, I bought myself a ponytail, I did it myself, or I took like extra time to make sure that my puff looked okay. So I did the thing, okay? And I actually got like facials last year, and I did, I think I did only 3 massages last year and things like that. But definitely this year, I'm doing that way more, y'all. And then moving on from personal, so top highlights, like I said, wedding and self-care. Moving on to financial, okay? So financial, whoo! I set the goal to raise my credit score. I also set the goal to indulge in luxury a little bit, because coming from someone who was working in corporate America and not getting paid their worth, I was never really able to step into a luxury store. Like, I'm not joking with y'all, right? Because I absolutely hate to be somewhere and not feel welcome, because like, I just vibe off of energy. So if I feel like you don't want me there, and the sun is setting, y'all, so excuse it, but I wanted to get this video out. If I feel like the energy is off, just let me be by myself. That's the type of person I am. So I never really stepped foot into a luxury store when I was working in corporate America and stuff like that, because I was just like, you could kind of sense that certain people didn't want you there. But when the bar was raised, and when your girl started, making the coins on her own, I walk in there head held high like it's nothing, okay? So one of the things that I wanted to do, and it's financial / personal, was just like indulge in luxury a little bit more. And luxury to me and you can be two completely different things. I have a variety of different things that I consider luxury. It's not just designer or anything like that, but the fact that I was able to indulge in luxury for myself was amazing, okay? And so what was one of the biggest things? I don't know. Everything that I did this year luxury-wise was worth it for me, okay? Worth it for sure. When it came to debt, this one right here, I wanted to pay off $16,000 worth of debt. Now, that's not loans. My loans are out of this world. My student loans, okay, because the University of Florida is super expensive. But that $16,000 was car debt. If y'all know anything about me, and I'm not shy about it because I've said it in my entrepreneur story and I've said it in master classes and things, I've gotten my car repoed before, right? And so one of the things I came into 2021 knowing, I went into 2021 knowing, was I want this car to be mine so that nobody can actually take it from me, okay? Because I've gotten, a car taken from me before, and I want this car to be mine. So pretty much I set that goal, and it was late October or early November, I paid off my car, y'all. What makes it crazy is I didn't even think about this goal until like the second half of the year. I I literally was like, okay, cool. Like things started to happen that made me paying a car note more of a nuisance. And that's a whole nother story for another day. However, you got to be careful about what you ask for, like what you ask God for, because he will move things and let things happen to force you to do that particular thing that you asked for, if that makes any sense to you, right? So pretty much I wasn't paying attention to this. I had set that goal, but it was like, okay, whatever. And then things started to happen that were pushing me to the point where it was like, one of my only options is to pay off this car, okay? And so I decided that like in mid-September or something like that. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna pay this off and I'm gonna do it in 3 payments over the next 6 weeks. I just said that because $16,000 is a lot of money. At least it is to me. Like, I don't care how much money I make. $60,000 is a lot of money. So when I said that, I was like, all right. But then when I actually did it, I was like, okay. So I actually paid off my car last year, went into my birthday month with a paid off car, got my title. They sent it to me like the end of November, beginning of December, and I still haven't opened it yet because I just feel like it's gonna be so emotional when I open that, y'all. Like, I was thinking about opening it on this video, but I was just like, I don't know if I want to cry my eyelashes off right now. So if I do that, I'll probably do it in a separate video and I'll give y'all like a tour of my car and stuff like that. So if y'all want that video, if you want me to like open my title, show you my car, maybe even like do some more stuff and turn it into a vlog, comment down below and I'll make sure to record that for y'all. But that was the $16,000 debt that I wanted to pay off that I actually paid off in 6 weeks. Moving to business. In business, I wanted to be able to see, I forgot one main thing in financial, but I'll just talk about it in business. So in business, I wanted to be able to get a CFO, right? So a CFO is like someone who like does your financial projections for you. Some of them, they do taxes, all that stuff, right? So I actually hired a CFO. She did my taxes, did my projections, all that stuff. I also wanted to see a certain amount in my savings account for my business. So a lot of people have the goal of hitting 6 figures, but are you even keeping the 6 figures after you've paid your team, if you have one, after you pay for supplies, all that stuff, right? We were able to actually profit 6 figures last year, okay? And one of the goals that I set to kind of be like a gauge of if we'll be able to do that is I told myself I wanted to see 30K in my savings account. I was able to see 30K in my savings account, I think March or April. I'm gonna put the screenshot on the screen. March or April, we were able to see like about 31K in our savings account, which is bananas, okay? Because that was literally like just the first quarter of the year. Another thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to build a team. So in 2021, we built our team. I had actually hired Jasmine, my assistant, in December. And so it was kind of like a 2021 hire. And she was one of the major moves that has helped my business so much. She's no longer my assistant. She got a promotion. And so now she's my OAM, my operations associate manager. When I tell y'all, that girl is bomb, she's bomb, okay? And so my team definitely evolved. I invested a lot into my business last year. Some of it was to help my team mature, and to see that my team is now able to operate even when I'm not there blows my mind, because, you know, when it's time for the wedding, I'm not going to be here and I'm going on a honeymoon afterwards. And so I need the business to run itself. And so we've been doing practice runs and they've been doing good. So I'm super excited for that. And within my business, I just had so much, y'all. Like, I wanted to separate the agency. We were able to do that. We did a whole rebrand with the Hustle Babe agency. That's my graphic design agency. If you didn't know, now you know. So if you need a website, logo, anything designed, you know, go to hustlebabeagency.com. I wanted to like grow on social media, which I did that. And one of the other main things that I wanted to do was I wanted to secure more sponsorships. And last year we did extremely well with sponsorships. And this year, the year just started and it's already, you know, coming in. And I also had the 30K monthly goal for my business. And if you follow me on Instagram, you already know that you know, I've talked about hitting a 6-figure quarter before. So if you do the math, 30K a month was actually achieved. So y'all, that was my vision board. Whew. I literally look at this and I am so proud because I set out to do all this stuff and I did it. Okay, I did it. And that is the sole reason why you should create a vision board too, because it is amazing to have the visual, but also when you put in the work and you achieve the thing, it just makes it feel so much better, okay? And so I just want to give y'all like 3 main tips when it comes to, you know, manifestation or making your vision board and things like that. And my 3 main tips is to, 1, always reflect on how far you've come and use that as fuel when you're building your new goal. The reason why I say that is because sometimes we pull these goals out of thin air. And I'm not saying you can't achieve it, because you can, but it becomes more realistic when you operate off of what you've already done and build on that. So instead of like just throwing random, like trying to go from, oh, I made 10K last year and now I want to make $1 million this year. It's kind of like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So make sure that you're reflecting and using that as like a stepping stool to actually get to the next level and when you're mapping out your visions. And then my second tip would be to be intentional about what you're putting on your vision board, okay? The reason I don't use newspapers is because I find that I settle a lot when I use newspapers, because I have to use whatever it is that's available to me on that newspaper, that magazine, versus me being able to use Google and find the exact picture I want, or use Canva and manipulate it into the picture I want. So for example, this bank account picture right here, all I did was I screenshotted my bank account in December of 2020. And then I uploaded to Canva and I manipulated the numbers to say what I wanted the numbers to say. So I wanted my checking and savings balance to be $32,000 because I wanted an exact number so that I know, okay, I know I want to have this amount in my savings account. In my savings account, it was 30K, and in my checking account, it was $23.87. The month I am speaking about, when it actually hit my account, I actually had 31,000 and some change in my savings account, and I actually had about 7,000 in my checking account. So that is amazing, okay? You see how having the exact visual actually fuels everything. So, you know, get you the exact visual, create it if you can't find it, because it just makes everything more intentional. And then tip number 3 is to put it somewhere where you will always see it, and give yourself like room to improve. Like, so don't be like hard on yourself looking at it every single day. Like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. But give yourself the time to plan, implement. If you fail, be able to bounce back from it and use this as motivation. Because then you might stress yourself out, right? So you only want to do that a certain amount of times, you know, throughout the year. And that's when you're planning like quarterly and things like that. That's your time to stress yourself out. But once you already have the plan, it's in action, let the chips fall how they fall, do the work, and bada bing, bada boom, reflect on it afterwards. So y'all, that is it for this video. Like I said, I am going to link my vision board party from last year, and then the video where I showed you how to build a vision board the year before. Yeah, the year before in 2020. So if y'all are interested in that, make sure that you click those links above. And if you are not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit the subscription button right now. Follow me on Instagram if you aren't following me already, at The Brand Hustler, because I drop gems over there as well, and you don't want to miss out on anything. Comment down below if you've made your vision board for the year, or if you're going to make your vision board for this year. Let me know your thoughts about this video. Do you feel like my vision board, you know, and the things that happened in my life were aligned? You know, did that happen to you too? Like, what were your results if you made one for 2021? Like, just chat it up in the comments. I want to see, I want to chat back to y'all. I think I do a good job in responding to comments. So, you know, chat it up in the comments. And yeah, y'all, I hope and pray that your 2022 is amazing and that y'all feel the energy that I feel in the air. And that's it. I'm about to get out of here, Hustle Babes. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.